important do you think mastering the basics is? Or do you feel like we need to add another book to that pile? Another counseling session? Or maybe another phone call to a friend to vent about the same things?
Yes. We should be mastering the basics before trying to essentially improve our skill levels, so to speak. You know, it makes me think about when I was training for a work certification one time, and it's like you're trying to learn all of this information, but it was like when you really peeled it back, you really needed to understand a core set of things and get really good at that. And I see how we can apply that in real life.
I also like to think of the quote, "A jack of all trades, but a master at nothing." I often think about that because there's certain foundational things that we really want to learn how to do well before adding more knowledge to the pile, right?
Yeah, but if I've got one more tool in my tool belt, then I'll be more equipped, right?
So for me, I know that God spoke to me years ago and I have not forgotten it. He said, just master the basics. And what that looks like for me is, am I being patient with you? Am I being patient with the kids? Am I loving my neighbor? Am I taking the time out to think about my actions? Am I being kind to people? These are just a few basics that I know that I want to get mastered before moving on to more knowledge or more intellectualism, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you know, there's a quote that says knowledge is power, but I also feel like applied knowledge is power.
That is a powerful statement.
You can go out and learn a lot more, and like you said, add another skill, have another book, but if I'm not applying the things that I've already learned, if I'm not mastering the basics, then, you know, what good is it really doing me to have all this acquired extra knowledge that I'm not necessarily doing anything with?
Yeah, and I've also heard it said by Dr. Jim Richards that more knowledge is just knowledge. So if we really want to apply these things to our life, we have to apply the basics first.
You know, whether it's work-related, in your home, in a relationship with a spouse, significant other, or a friend, make sure that you're taking time to build a solid foundation of the basics before you try to advance to the higher levels.
Great wisdom.